rise with the sun and a vision in view, where the skies are clean and the hearts are true. We dine with delight, we sip slow and smile, living each moment in Live Eco style. From mountains to oceans we follow the breeze, in fashion that flows in comfort and ease. With every small step, with joy we compile a world.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is drawing towards the end of June in 2025, and I always wanted to make this particular video. I'm sitting out in the back of our new home here in Sycamore, and it's a gorgeous morning. It's about 6 o'clock. I got up about an hour and a half ago to watch the sun come up, and strangely, there are seagulls that fly around our world. And why they pick parking lots in our area to fly around to, I'm very joyous at. But I live on the northwest edge of Sycamore, near all the beautiful cornfields, where God is giving us a bounty of food that we feed the world with. But just briefly, I wanted to talk about Live Eco Style. It's been a passion of mine for years. Our company has grown. We incorporated back in July of 2015. And right here in Sycamore. And I created the company because as a child I was raised by a wonderful human being, which was my grandfather, that took me to Lake Kegonsa every weekend, reasonable, when the weather was warm enough to wear just parkas. And these cottages were very, very small, no insulation, no real heat. But in March or April of every year, we went up there, and my grandfather taught me a tremendous amount about being out in nature, how to fish, how to hunt, how to live off the land. We come from very humble beginnings. But he was just a great man. And he always said, as we use as our motto today, always leave a better footprint. Meaning when you're walking the sand, God is looking over your shoulder, and you leave a footprint on this world on a daily basis in your interactions with human beings and in your interactions with the world. But just briefly, 2-3 minutes, how Live Eco Style come about. When my two younger sons, I had been to Hawaii a few times, starting in 1978 and then through the 80s. But then in about 1992, 3 or 4, we were very privileged to have our family go every year for 4 years, and found out that there were very actually inexpensive ways to go to Hawaii, and in fact Maui. All the beaches in Maui are free, no matter if they got a big 4 or 5 star hotel on them. The water is free, the sky is free, the air is beautiful, the sunsets don't cost a nickel. The food is spectacular. And I got up one morning, and as I am this morning, I have by the way, this cup came from the series The Chosen, and for those that haven't seen it and are a believer, strongly suggest that you watch it. It has caused tremendous conversation, passion in our faith. And I am very, very faith-based, and we'll just leave it at that. But and then about 1993 and 4, we had the benefit of renting a beautiful condo. We saved all year. The condo only cost about $200 a night. They aren't much more now, and they were right on a golf course in Wailea. But we took our kids down to the beach every day. Same beach that the big hotels behind us were using for their patrons. And of course, those hotels have beautiful water complexes, beautiful accommodations, can't fault them. Today, if you want to go to Maui, the Four Seasons, and all the hotels in Wailea and Kaanapali are still there. The beaches are absolutely exquisite. The sunsets are absolutely exquisite. But when we went to the beach, it didn't cost us a nickel. I was very fortunate to meet a native Hawaiian, and his name was Primo. And every year that we rented the same condo, he always got us set up, took great care of us, put great Kona coffee on the table. And early in the day, I'd watch, as I am today, as I said, I love to watch the sun come up. I would sit and count my blessings and have some prayer time, as I still do today every morning, and give thanks for what God has given me and the appreciation of nature all around. But while we were there, he said, let me help you understand the island and understand how to fish, understand how to snorkel, how to go into the, lack of a better term, it's not the forest, but go into the woods and you can harvest amazing organic food and fruit because you have to know the Hawaiian Islands are the most remote area in the world, 2,000 miles from anywhere. So they have to have a very sustainable lifestyle. Now, through the first weeks, my younger set of sons that were 7 and 4, we played in the water every day. We'd get up and say what new beach we're going to go to around the island. And we had our favorites. And at night, the stars, because of the light mitigation, the universe was overhead, and you couldn't imagine how beautiful that was. Going into the ocean, they have a place called Baby Beach, where literally we could put our 3 and 4 year old into that water in his diapers, and it was so gentle that he could sit and play all day. Um, and it's just, and Baby Beach course is still there, and it's 2 and 3 feet deep, and you could find ways to get them on some equipment, floaties, that they could actually see all the fish in nature under the water. And we'd go back to the beach, and what Primo told us, he said, you're laying on a beach and you have this beautiful, clean water, saline in it. He said, Whack, he said, the saline in water is the same percentage saline in your tears. Now, whether that is true, he said it's 17%. He's very specific. And I looked it up, and he's fairly close. We have saline in our tears in the same percentage as saline in the ocean. And we all know that we're drawn to the ocean. Um, mystical power of the ocean was incredible. And then at night on Maui, I've been all over the world. I've never seen sunsets so magnificently, incredibly beautiful. It's something about the water over there that reflects all the different azure colors, the pinks and the blues and it's, and you look off in the distance and they tell you that you're going to see this little green right before it sets, and you go, green, the sun's going to turn green. Yep, and it does. And so at night we had this condo was up the hill, only 5 minutes from the beach. Same beach. It cost me nothing to go be on that beach, lay on the same beach that was next to these big hotels where all famous actors and actresses, and typically we went during the time of the NBA finals. So the teams that lost, where are they going to go? They're going to go somewhere warm, and a lot of them went to Maui. Um, in fact, playing golf, I played golf with a lot of the guys that had gotten eliminated one year. It was a lot of fun, but it didn't cost us a nickel to go to that beach. It didn't cost us a nickel to appreciate land. It didn't cost us a nickel to look up at the skies and try to find the planets. It didn't cost us a nickel to lay on our backs and look for satellites flying overhead with our small kids. And we took that back to the Midwest. And there'd be nights we'd go out just in Illinois, no moon in the sky, and we'd go out and get in the car and put the kids on the trunk, and we'd lay on a blanket and look for satellites. Didn't cost us a nickel. While we were in Maui, we found out that they had this fish over there called Ono, and they had a place called Azika's Place where we go and buy food. Now, buying food is a little expensive, and if you want to go to Hawaii and spend a lot of money, you certainly can do it today, as we could back then. But quite honestly, it didn't cost us any more to go to Maui than it did to go on a vacation in Wisconsin. Um, so we'd go and we'd buy our food and we'd buy fresh fish. And they introduced us to this fish called Ono, spelled O-N-O, caught right there in the ocean. And I love to meet people. as we gathered and ate outside every night. I ate breakfast outside every morning. The You can't even call it it's an aroma. Um, it's ohana. They call it the family. You just feel it when you're on Maui. So we were sitting there, and I was telling my family, and again, this is back in the 90s, and I said, geez, these are all the good things in life. Well, what does that mean? If you go to my Live Eco Style website, www.liveecostyle.com, you're going to find one of the most joyous websites ever created, because it's all about celebrating life and all the good things in life. And what does that mean? Well, it means dining or eating or travel, companionship, meeting people, health, recreation, sports, having a way that you have an appreciation for every experience you have with people. Live Eco Style is a gentle website. We're not political. While we see that global change is happening, I've been back to Maui now and 3 times back in 2014 and 15. And we do see where some of the beaches we went to are no longer there. The oceans have risen. Why? Well, I'll let you make your own determination. But our global weather is changing. Um, as a human culture, we're leaving footprints all over the world, and you're responsible only for your own. But what we wanted to do is just tell the stories of travel, dining, what we call sipping. Our sister company that we created called the Distillery Channel celebrates a lot of people. I particularly don't drink a lot, but a lot of people love craft beverages and great food. And we created the craft beverage and culinary tours to go out and highlight during the year of COVID in 2020. We had a lot of friends in our area that we did a lot of marketing for during Restaurant Week. And in the year of COVID, there wasn't anything we could do. I mean, travel was not an option. So to give back, we created craft beverage and culinary tours. It was created by my since deceased partner, Rob Ladd. And we have businesses that from 73 countries now, 4,300 members that are in that are basically just about dining and sipping and travel and featuring their all the really great things that they do in life and a lot of things that people love to do. Um, we've traveled all over the world. We have we're into the world of golf just by happenstance. It's an area that I was passionate in, and it seemed like we just acquiesced to that. We have a show called Golfers, Golf, and Travel. It's an outgrowth of 15 years of different shows that we've done in the world of golf. But golf is probably one of the fastest growing eras right now that it's been in. And what is golf played on? It's played on golf's playland, God's playland. Meaning God is out there and affects every shot, either it's wind or sun or water or the economy or drought or, you know, golfers go out and they play in it. As long as there's no lightning and the water isn't gathering on the greens, they're playing in God's world, whether it's a beautiful sunny day, 110 degrees or 32 degrees and snowing. We, we play in God's playland. And I learned my faith belief early on in my teen years on Sundays when I should have probably been in church playing an early Sunday morning round of golf. Later talked to my Methodist minister about that, and he said, "Why do you play golf on Sunday?" And I said, honestly, Pastor Lang, I feel closer to God walking down the fairway and appreciating everything that He created. And he said, "Well, then if you're be there." Well, honestly, Pastor Lang was a great guy, and I felt a little guilty about that, so ended up going back to church the next week, and it was a little challenging. I think he was just trying to help us grow in the world and the good Lord's meaning of life. So anyway, Live Eco Style, we are going to continue forward with it. Please enjoy it. Please email me. You can go info@liveecostyle.com. Send me your thoughts. Send me your appreciation. Tell me where we want to go. Right now, we've had the benefit of covering through the USGA a lot of the U.S. Open for both men and women. Now the U.S. Senior Open this week out in Boulder, Colorado. I've been there. Great, gorgeous golf course. Boulder Golf Club, and iconic. Hey, it's 100 years old. Been a lot of historic golf played on that. But anyway, check back in. I just wanted to take a little bit of time today to begin telling the story of Live Eco Style, where we always want to leave a better footprint, and we want to enjoy all the good things in life. And that's travel, dining, sipping, fashion, health, sports, and spas. Spas are good for you. Anyway, this is Randy Weckerly. Welcome to Live Eco Style. Enjoy your life. And as my grandfather always said, leave a better one. Bye-bye. Cup of coffee now.